Hello, everybody, and welcome to my round 6 review. And oh my goodness, we have just sold the season. I cannot believe this score 1766. 1766, that is just absolutely dreadful. Top 60%. I've gone down 90,000 round ranks, and I've gone down 8,000 season ranks. That is treacherous. We are in big trouble. Somehow I've won 3 out of 7 leagues, but oh my goodness. What a crap round this was. Let me undo the changes so that we can see the team the way it was. So, yeah, Sheasel in the back line just does what he's doing best. I mean, hasn't dropped a game yet, hasn't gone under 110. He's an absolute superstar. So happy I own him. And, yeah, he's 644k now and is D1, so I think he can, unless he gets put into the midfield, he can definitely keep this rate of scores going. But at the same time, if he gets moved to the midfield, then I think maybe we'll be expecting some lower scores from the Shees. But so far, he's been an unreal starting pick, and I'm very happy to have him. Then we got Luke Ryan. Look, I'm not mad at this at all. It's just like I'm not mad at him. It's just I'm mad at the score because it's come at such a shit round. Like, out of all the rounds, he chooses now to underperform, and my whole team basically underperformed in this round. So that's a shame. But at the same time, Luke Ryan's still been an incredible pick, and yeah, he's still averaging the highest in all the whole defense. So I'm happy to have Ryan. He'll bounce back next week for sure, I reckon. And then we got Dacos. Dacos is just, oh, he's such a beautiful man. I'm so glad. I mean, like, starting him wasn't necessarily the best choice, but at the same time, you're going to get scores like these, which, like, it wasn't a groundbreaking score, but at the same time, it looked like the Dacos of old was back, the Dacos of last year was back. And, yeah, if you can keep this up, it'll be huge. He plays Essendon on Anzac Day, and we know how dangerous Dacos can be on Anzac Day, so I might consider putting the VC or C on him. Probably the VC, unless our VC gone, but definitely considering him as an option. And yeah, he's averaging 111 now, so he's really picked up his scoring again. Then we got D'Ambrosio. Got subbed out, and I really don't know why. He was on like 9 or 10 possessions at half time, and then got subbed out just for tactical reasons, no injury at all. Which honestly I find a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, he still managed to get a 60, which isn't bad in one half, which is actually really good when you think about it. But 60 as a total score isn't amazing. He's still got a break even of 45, and yeah, I still have faith that this guy can go up to 400k. Um, yeah, he's still averaging 82. Got the 90 last week and got 60 in one half. So we can definitely see that the upside is definitely still there for D'Ambrosio. He's just not quite getting the right opportunities. So he's definitely a hold for me. Then we got Williams. Yeah, he has to go. I was at this game. It was such an amazing game as a Carlton fan. I mean, came from nowhere and just stormed over GWS and won the game. We are the streak breakers. We break every team's streak, and we'll keep doing it. So yeah, Carlton amazing. Williams not so much. And yes, I know he got subbed out because of an injury, but even throughout the match, he just looked really sloppy. Like, he had a bunch of free kicks against, I think, and had some pivotal moments where he just kind of butchered the ball. And then when he got subbed off, he got subbed off. So, to be honest, it didn't really look like he was going to have much of a better score than like a 60 or something. So, I mean, obviously, I wouldn't want him to get subbed out, but at the same time, this guy, my faith in him is completely gone, and I think he has to go. So yeah, he's definitely going to go this week. Then we got Closey. Had to get a 98 to be like the biggest price rise in Supercoach ever, but couldn't quite get to it. But either way, I mean, in a thrashing, this guy still got a 75 as a winger, and we know that wingers, when their team gets thrashed, I find that wingers just score horribly. because like wingers kind of go with the flow of the game. They don't really go both ways unless you're like an Akers or maybe an Errol or something. But yeah, Closey looks like one of those guys who just runs for days and runs to defense, runs to offense. I mean, this guy's a superstar. He could even be a keeper if he keeps going the way he's going, but I think that's maybe a bit absurd. He's just going to be an insane cash cow, so very happy to have picked him up, especially around early and get that 124. What's his break even? Negative 75 still. Wowee. This guy's going to make so much cash. Then we got Howes. Oh yeah, didn't play of course, but he's got a break even in there of 21, so happy to see that he's going to rise more in cash, and he's playing this week, so happy about that. Reed didn't play, not sure when he's coming back. Then we got Merritt, Captain Tim. Looking really good early on. Was on like a 75 or an 80 at half time. And I was thinking, oh yes, I've hit a masterstroke with this, because honestly, I didn't think lots of people would have captained Merritt. But yeah, then in the second half, he got tagged by McHenry or something, and ever since he just turned to absolute shit. So I mean, still got 28 in the goal, and I think maybe was a little bit underscored for this match. But at the same time, 109, I mean, it's shit for a captain score, but it could have been worse. There could have been more carnage there for Merritt, so it's alright, it'll do. Butters, 127. Again, one like Merritt, who looked amazing early on like 80 at half time, and then just faded in the second half. I think this was mostly just because Collingwood were getting all the momentum and Port Adelaide were getting like barely any of the ball. That was mainly the reason why Butters was doing shit in the second half. But I definitely think that if Port still kept on going the way they were going, he would have pushed out a massive score. So in the future, I think Butters is a really solid captaincy option after seeing this. But yeah, at the same time, could have been a massive score, but not pissed off with the score at all, considering it's the bloody second highest score on my team. So yeah, and not to mention I traded out Harley Reid. It's just come into my mind now, and yeah, it's just been hurting me ever since I got rid of him. A 90 and 108 and a 147. It's just unbelievable not to have him. Can't believe I did the stupid trade to get the Sharp, who's also been a good cash cow, but has been nowhere near the wavelength of Harley Reid. Then we got Bontempelli. I'm still a little bit concerned of the Bont, to be honest. Like, he got 24 and 3, but at the same time, he just looks to be spending a lot of time up forward. And even if he isn't, he just doesn't look like the same Bont we knew last year. Like, I think last year, this score would have been like a 160, but I don't know. This year, I feel like 140 to 150 is kind of his cap. But I don't really know. I don't know much. It's just probably shouldn't have started him to be honest. I probably should have waited for him to come down and then got him. He would have been one that's would have been easy to fade. But yeah, it is what it is, and we have him still averaging 118, so that's completely fine for Bont. Then we got Steele, his first down game, and to be honest, got really underscored just because the Saints got thrashed, so I'm not worried about this at all. 630k, still rose in cash, and still probably will rise in cash. What's his break even? Oh, 133, so probably won't rise in cash, but still 630k now, so I'm happy with that, and still averaging 122, so not bothered by this score at all. Just a shame, like Merritt, not necessarily bothered by his score. It's just the fact that it was the VC on Steele and the C on Merritt, so yeah, same situation for these two, kind of. Then we got Laird. He's been a treacherous starting pick. I have no idea. Why isn't it? It's not loading, seeing all the stats and stuff, but Jesus, he's been a horrible starting pick. He started okay and was really consistent, but never really saw the ceiling. And then now we're starting to see the bloody floor, and it's pretty bad. I mean, a 74 and an 80, his break even's what? 174 now. He's fucked. Hey, he is playing North, which I think he can, if he gets on his bike, he can do well. But yeah, it's chopper block for him. I'm definitely not thinking of trading him, but like, if he doesn't get a 130, we're going to have to consider some things because this guy, gee, he's been very poor led. But it is what it is. I still think he'll bounce back and average around the 110 mark. So there's nothing. Well, there is something wrong with that, but I still think he can turn it around. Then we got Roberts. Unbelievable. What a rookie this guy's been. I mean, took a last minute decision to go him over Huswaite, and Huswaite's done absolutely nothing and gone down from his original starting price, if you can believe it, and Roberts has just exploded. He's got such a Supercoach friendly role, and I'm just so happy to own him. So he's still got plenty of cash to make, and the way his role is going, he could be a keeper if he keeps going the way he's going. But maybe that's a bit absurd. Just a real gun, Matt Roberts. And then we got Sharp. What's his break even? Yes, it's 72, so he probably has to go. I think he can hit that against the Bulldogs, who... How do they rank? Oh, it doesn't show how they rank against wingers. But I don't think they do too well against wingers, so I think Sharp maybe could go 80 or something, but at the same time, I think we got to keep upgrading. We got to keep doing these moves just to move with the pack and not fall behind. So, yeah, Sharp, with the situation in my team, I think you have to go, mate. You've been a great source of cash gen, but now it's time for you to go. Well done, Jeremy Sharp. Will Graham, 61. Break even is negative 45, so he's still got plenty more cash to make. And yeah, didn't look amazing, but pushed out a 61, so it'll do. And it was a thrashing by the Swans as well, so you can't really hate on the Gold Coast scores too much. Then we got Wilson. Yeah, probably shame I didn't feel this guy, but like to be honest, what 8-point difference, not a big deal. And yeah, I'm just really happy that he's managed to turn his scoring around. He's got a break even of 5 now. He's really managed to turn his scoring around and become a really good cash cow. So very, very happy with Wilson. Yeah, he's still got plenty more cash to make. Definitely not confident fielding him week to week, but at the same time, he's going to be a good bench cash gen. So yeah, happy with Wilson. Carroll, the sub again, got the same scores last week. You have to go. I mean, like, if he wasn't the sub, he still had plenty more cash to make. I still think he would have gone to like 300k if he didn't get these subs, but sadly he has. And I think with Chur coming back, he's gonna be out of the team next week. So sadly Carroll I think has to go as well. So Sharp, Williams, and Carroll are the ones I think are gonna move it on. Even though I have used 3 boosts already, I think I have to use a 4th. And yeah, I think it'll still work fine for the these buy rounds because round 12 I can use 2 easy. Round 13 I could use 2 easy. Round 14 I could probably use 2. And then round 15 is Carnage, so I'm going to have to boost there. Yeah, one of round 14 or 15 I'm going to boost, and I can use this boost now to get Carroll out because he has to go clearly. But yeah, back in the 81. Sorry, Carroll, but you are out. Clark, as much as I want to get him out, I think he's just going to have to live there as a dead rookie because I've got bigger problems in my team. Marshall. I can't believe this. Traded Grundy out. You want to know what he got? A 1 fucking 60. And Rowan Marshall pulls out a 50. Oh my god. Look, if it wasn't for the buy, I definitely wouldn't have traded Grundy out. And I feel like that was one of those trades where I didn't really want to do it, but because everyone was doing it, I felt like I had to. And it was just really dumb. Marshall now got a 51, and he isn't owned by a lot of teams, so this has completely fucked me. Ruined my week. Yeah, very disappointed in that. Gonna have to hold, but fuck me, that's just so disappointing. Hopefully he bounces back this week against Port. Then we got Jackson. 90. Look, it's better than what I was expecting. And they did get thrashed in the end by West Coast, can you believe it? and a 90 and a thrashing isn't that bad. So, to be honest, it's not looking that grim for Jackson, and he could be. I still probably. Oh well, I've held him through his drop in cash, so he's definitely going to be a keeper now. But he still could be a decent player in the forward line and just a decent scorer because he gets his little bits of ruck time, but I'm starting to think his forward game has really started to evolve because I see what he does around the ground. I see what he does in the forward line. He's just really athletic and looks good around the ground. So, to be honest, I think he could still score well in this role. So, I'm not too worried about Jackson just yet. So, yeah. Then we got Heaney, 98. Yeah, he got really underscored. He had like 28 in a goal, which for most weeks is either 160 or 130 for Heaney, but this week it was a 98. I think his efficiency was just down, which is a shame. And I felt like everyone in this game got kind of underscored, so that's just the way it is. Yeah, and he's still been F1 and an incredible trading for us. He's gone up 176k, which is unreal, and still got a break even on 114. So he's completely fine, Heaney. He's going to be an absolute star this season, and already is. Then we got Flanders. He's another one like Heaney who he got a 110, which is better than Heaney's score, but he got severely underscored. He had like 34 touches at 80% efficiency or something, and I only got the 110, which is just very disappointing. But at the same time, you can't complain with the 110, so I'm happy with Flanders. He's going to continue to rise in cash and hopefully get to that 600k mark. So yeah, happy with Flanders. Touched on Jackson. Then we got Powell. Disappointed with this score. He's starting to look like someone who could potentially be in danger with his role. I think like maybe if LDU. Oh wait, no, I still think LDU is getting centre bounce attendance. Is there anyone missing from that north midfield? I felt like someone was. No, well, I don't know. I can't think of him right now. But if there is, I feel like he's going to be the first player to come out of that midfield, kind of, because he isn't playing that good. But you know what? It's fine. He's still doing alright, actual playing wise. It's just the Supercoach scoring hasn't really correlated. But whatever, it's fine. He's still a hold. Definitely still a full season hold, I reckon, with the forward line. And then we got Dempsey at 53. It's really frustrating. And what's his break even? 66. Yeah. No, I can't get him out now. I still have to hold him for another week. And I think he'll do good against us, Carlton, because we tend to give up lots of points to wingers. Yeah, so I'm fine with Dempsey. I'm definitely going to hold him. Comben, this has been a shit trading. I never wanted to trade him in, but he was really the only rookie on the bubble. And, yeah, I just had to get him. So, it's another one like Billings. It's another one like Jordan. I mean, well, not really Jordan. Jordan did his role well, but yeah, it's just another one like Billings who I got sucked in by the first big score and it's come back to bite me now. So hopefully he's still rising cash, break even at 33. Hopefully he gets like a 90 this week and starts to rise in cash again. We'll keep on rising in cash. But yeah. Then we got Darcy, a 49. It's pretty shit, but what's his break even? 32 still, so he's definitely a hold. And I'm not gonna have him in my field this week, so I'm fine with whatever he does. All he has to do is rise in cash, and that's fine. So that's the review of the week. That's the reason why I got a fucking 1760. But let's get straight into the trades because I want to get out of this week as fast as I can. Sharp, Williams out, and Carroll, and so we'll move Graham to defence. Get the man Walsh in because he is tearing it up. And look, if Chera comes back and gets more midfield minutes, I don't think it'll affect Walsh too much because I mean he got 70% CBAs against Adelaide and still got a 170. So I mean this guy could score well without having hella CBAs. I mean like And if anyone's going to get kicked out of the midfield, I think it could be Chera. Not kicked out, but if anyone's CBAs are going to go down, I reckon it'll be him. So, yeah, because Walsh and Cripps are like the dynamic duo in there. They won't touch them, I think. And we can move Dempsey up to the midfield. Get Garcia. I'm tossing up between Riley and Hugo, but I feel like Riley scores basically only because they thrashed the Saints and won't really come much more. And I mean, Hugo Garcia got a 69 in the thrashing and a 43 in like 50% game time, so I think he's the more likely rookie to do better in the long run. So yeah, gonna get Garcia in, and then for the forwards, who's I gonna get? Yeah, I'm not quite sure of this one yet. Wait, how do I? What have I done here? Wait. I know we keep Dempsey there. And we get... Yeah, we get Big Nuan in. Look, it's not... They're not amazing trades, but I just really need to get Walsh in. And, look, Garcia isn't really a must-have rookie, and so is Nuan, but I feel like they're the only ones really on the bubble and available. So, yeah. And... I mean, Biggie's got a break even a negative 64, so he's projected to go up 50k even if he scores a 40. So I think his job security is there. I think his scoring potentially is there, and I think he will rise in cash for at least the 100k. So yeah, Nguyen is going to come in, and Garcia, I don't really know what to expect from him, but lots of people are getting him, so why don't we just jump on as well, because we need to get Carroll out. So that leaves us 85k in the bank, and next week we're probably going to go D'Ambrosio and Dempsey to a Tom Green, Dawson, Zorko, or who's the other one? Or Sarong maybe. Or Sarong or Rao. Yeah, I could get basically anyone next week, but Dempsey and D'Ambrosio going out, that's all I know. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Oh wait, VCNC options. So far I'm leaning towards going into Heaney, which is the main sort of gist, but I feel like I might go going into Bond because Heaney could cop the mag tag, and I mean, I know Finn McGuinness has kind of been playing more offensive rather than defensive this year, and hasn't been tagging people as often, but at the same time I feel like if anyone's going to get tagged, it's Heaney, so Bond and Pally is a more safer captain option, I reckon. And Gorn is definitely a very safe VC option. So there's not much on offer this week, but look, I think Gorn will drop a good score against Richmond. So either way, I think one of these guys will do well enough to get above a 120. So yeah, that's my round review. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we do better next week.